Today we are going to learn how to multiply and divide one-step equations. Learning target is that you can solve one-step multiplication and division equations by isolating the variable. When solving an equation, we are going to isolate the variable. To isolate the variable, you move the numbers connected or next to the variable to the other side of the equal sign using the inverse operation. Remember that inverse means opposite. Therefore, the inverse operation of multiplication is division, and the inverse operation of division is multiplication. So let's practice. Remember, our first step is going to be to draw a line through the equal sign. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this so it's a little bigger. And draw a line. And then the operation when a number is next to a variable, this means multiplication. So 3 next to W indicates multiplication. So the inverse operation would be division, and that's your second step, is to identify the inverse operation. So that means we would divide. We write division as in a fraction form, using our fraction notation as division. We're isolating the variable, so we're dividing by 3 because 3 is next to the variable. So we divide by 3 on both sides, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 1 times W is just W because anything times 1 is itself, equals, and then we can come over here and divide. This means division, so we can divide 87 divided by 3. It goes in 2 times. 8 minus 6 is 2. Bring our 7 down, and 3 goes into 27 8 times. I'm sorry, 9 times. 9 times 3 is 27. So our answer is 29. W equals 29, and we want to box our answer. So again, to check this, we would plug it into our original equation, which is written right here for you. So instead of writing W, we're going to write what we just found W to be, which is 29. So 3, and I can't just write 29 right here because now that looks like 329. Remember, if we're inserting into a multiplication problem, we're going to put that in parentheses, equals 87. So let's check that. 29 times 3. 9 times 3 is 7 and a 2, 27. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, and that is correct. 87 equals 87. That is true. Okay, next problem. I'm going to write this. 39 equals 3y. Again, a number next to a variable indicates multiplication. So we're going to use the inverse operation, which is division. Remember, we write our fraction bars for our division, and we divide by the number that's next to the variable. In this case, 3 is next to the variable, so we're going to divide by 3 on both sides of the equal sign. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 1 times y is itself. 1 times y is just y. Bring down your equal sign, and then we can go off to the side and divide 39 by 3. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 minus 3 is 0. Bring your 9 down. 3 goes into 9 3 times. Minus 9 is 0. So y equals 13. So again, we're going to check our answer. And we're going to plug in 39 equals 3. Remember, I can't just write 13. I have to put it inside parentheses. A number attached to parentheses indicates multiplication. So I'm going to multiply these two numbers. 13 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 1 is 3. Therefore, I see that 39 does equal 39. Therefore, it's true, and we got our solution correct. Now let's try division. So this one always seems to be the complicated one because it looks funny, and we don't like fractions. So if we see this, remember our fraction notation? This right here means division. This is saying x divided by 10. So to solve this problem, we would draw a line down the middle. It says x divided by 10. So our inverse operation would be to multiply by 10 on both sides. So I put parentheses on both sides of my equal sign, and that shows me multiplication. So if I'm dividing by 10, then I would be multiplying by 10. Okay? 10 divided by 10 is 1. And then 1 times x is just x. Equals, and then 42 times 10. So 42 times 10, that's 2, 4, and I can bring down this 0, is 420. So x equals 420. And I can plug this into C if that is correct. So here I have x divided by 10. So instead of x, I'm going to put 420 on top. Divided by 10 equals equals 42. So if I go off to the side and I check to see if that works, 10 goes into 42 4 times. 4 times 10 is 40. 42 minus 40 is 20. And I bring my 0 down. 10 goes into 20 2 times. 2 times 10 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. So yes, 42 does equal 42. This is true. Okay. One more time. 94, let's rewrite it. 94 equals D divided by 6. Remember, this means division. D divided by 6. If the operation in the equation is division, then the inverse operation or the opposite operation is multiplication. That tells me that I'm multiplying on both sides. Now, it says D divided by 6. So if I'm dividing by 6, then I'm going to be multiplying by 6 on both sides. 6 right here, this 6 means that it's 6 divided by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 1 times D is just D. And then 94 times 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 9 times 6 is 54, plus 2 is 56. So we have 564. Letters to the left, D equals 564. Okay, so I'm going to leave the checking to you. I need you to do the checking, and then we will check to make sure that you completed that part correctly tomorrow in class.